right, let's get. All right, let's get going. Yes, I'm watching some random Chinese kung fu flick before I was getting into this, but let's get into this now. So let's do this. Cintiq invasion. I'm actually going to ignore that right now and just approach. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I can do that. I can trade, but why? That's all overall a bad invasion for right now, actually. I'm just gonna go up top, but I mean, like, right now, I would definitely say this is not a good invasion. First of all, he might not live through this invasion. Yeah, and even if he does, he still loses out on the invasion. It's actually problematic for him. I'm just gonna do this because I don't think he can do anything. So when you do this, you do have to be very careful that you actually have enough liberties to pull this off. Because I highly doubt he has enough liberties to pull this off. Massive loss for this is a massive loss for black. Obviously. Okay, I'm just gonna do this because this particular move is just not. Okay, so I have a couple of options here. I can just go this way. Let him have these two stones. If he can even get them. It's also the wrong way to Atari. There's way too many mistakes being made here. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to do this. Like, there's honestly nothing that he can actually do. It's way too damaging for him. And there's like literally nothing I mean, he's not going to be. He's really not going to be able to kill anything here, and he's. See, I don't necessarily have to answer that because that's alive. I can just jump up here. He's giving away way too much. He's giving away way too much to try to
You
make
have
this.
won.
He's giving away way too much to try to make this territory. I don't think necessarily like this. I don't necessarily think that this move down here was really that good by me. But like, the thing is like you don't you can't just this sequence down here was pretty bad by me because like he actually got too much influence there. But the thing is, like here I probably should have just played like this. I couldn't have done anything probably. But the thing is like, so this game is actually going to be pretty even up to around this point. This game's actually going to be pretty even up to this point, but generally you don't want to invade right away on this. Like you're much better off just playing. You're much better off just playing like a big move like this. I mean, you got this corner and this side here. This is a fairly even trade. It looks like I've got like a big group down here, but it's really not that. It's really not that bad. Yeah, this is the correct move, obviously. This group should be alive. But even if you live down here, like white still gains the advantage because white got a lot of influence up here. So the invasion, like I think this right invasion is not good. If you want to invade here, like this is actually the correct invasion here. M2's the correct invasion. M3 you have no threat of connecting back. M2 you have an immediate threat of connecting back. If I do this, you can come up here, and it's actually a pretty hard fight either way. But if you did M3 and I do this,
Challenge
you can
received.
basically you essentially can basically go back right away. So I'll do that challenge later. Like the starting was fine. Like I don't usually do this parallel start. I usually just answer one side at a time, but it's fine. But the invasion's generally a bad idea. You want to play like the bigger moves first. And like I said, like if you're gonna invade, just invade down here. I mean, it's I would just go with that, and then like I would probably ignore you and go somewhere else. Um, that's actually what I would do. Like you don't remember like the point of Go, like you don't have to destroy all your opponent's territory to win the game of Go. All you have to do is have more territory than he does. So essentially, like that's just not a good invasion. If you these are not good invasions. As you can see, like even as he's not screwing, like even if he doesn't screw up, um, I'm gaining a little bit of a small advantage here. That's obviously wrong because this extension is very important. I'm gonna have to do something on this side. If you connect these two, like you're basically gonna live. So letting me go down here, this is wrong. You definitely want to come up here, and you will be able to actually get out here, and but you will actually be giving up a lot on this side as well. So the thing is like you're giving up in order to live the bottom. In order to live the bottom, you're actually giving up a lot of influence, which generally isn't going to be that great. I think this might actually be alive if you do this. I'm not sure. I don't think I might be able to kill it. No, the thing is this is actually co-live at best for white. I don't know if I can kill this if he does this. I don't know if I can kill it. I might just go for this and then just let him do this. I feel like that's probably what I would do because I don't think I can kill this if he just does this. Because if I block here, I have to go here, and at most, um, I mean like he can just take here. So, but the thing is that he lived this like very small group down here, and I get all this influence up here, so that's actually not advantageous to black at all. You're giving up too much to destroy like maybe 20 points, 15 20 points of territory, and I get Sente as well. So this is the like that's a wrong like live move. That's gonna die. This is the correct move. And you're thinking like, what if I just do this? Yeah, no one's gonna do this because this is a different story. Like this is obviously like for these three, and as white, you're not really willing to fight that. And plus, and plus, like this has a lot more liberty, so there actually might be more fight there. Like this is definitely like this is ko at the least. So I don't know if I don't think white would really be willing to fight that too much right now. There's no ko right now though, so maybe. I mean, this was the major mistake here. After this, like you're down by a lot. Um, this move doesn't like this. Like you obviously go here. I think that might have been a misclick actually. Uh, I feel like I should have just. I don't know. I think this is the right move for me. I should have just done this. This one stone isn't really that important because I could have just basically. I could have basically just gone Sente and then just jumped here. I think that would have probably been the best thing for me. I'm not exactly sure how to answer this. You could also answer. You could also answer like this, and then kind of like do this kind of thing, and that would be okay as well. So that's that game. I'm gonna go ahead and accept. Where's my games? Hang on. Where's my game? Hey, wait. Where are my challenges? Where do I find my challenges? Yeah, so you can always accept. I've accepted you as a friend, so I guess you can just let me actually. Let me just issue you a challenge wherever you are. I think you're here. So I'm going to challenge. It's going to be. How do I turn off rank? Okay, there we go. I'm just going to send I'm going to send the challenge back. Because you basically.
Game started.
There we go. Guys, please like and subscribe. That would really help. Start on opposite sides. That's one advantage. That's really one advantage of playing black is you can determine like whether you want to start on the same side or split. Unless white plays the exact opposite corner, but I mean it doesn't matter to me all that much. One jump is better than two. One space is better than two space. There's too much. Like if you do two space jump, if I play R3, you don't really have a good answer. One space jump is much easier to control. I think this is probably the right move. I'm not sure. This does leave space for an invasion. I'm not going to answer that. I think this is bigger right now. Yeah, if you're playing me right now, you should probably turn off the stream. Because that I mean like you want to get the most out of it as possible. You definitely want to get the most out of this as possible, but and basically if you have the stream on, if you have the stream on, sometimes like I'm almost playing against myself. That's also the wrong move. You don't want me to come up. So that actually gives me Sente. You can't kill that because I can actually just come out. I think I'm just going to jump here because that sort of starts solving my problem down here as well. Of course, he's going to respond with that. Which is fine. This is probably not the best way to invade right now. It's fine, but that's bad. I get a Sente cut, and that's very, very bad for him. Okay, I gotta figure out how to play this right. I think this is fine. Oh no, you have to counter Hane because now this is dead. You're not gonna survive through. He's not gonna live on this, so giving up that corner is way too much. I don't know what happens if you Hane here actually. Because I would that's generally a bad move, bumping like that. Like in general, I don't think my invasion here was actually necessary. There's a lot of like big moves up here. Also, like playing like this is not good for black because one of the main goals for black is to actually take advantage of this territory. So you definitely don't want to force me into your influence here. Because if you actually force me into your influence here, um, you are actually like, you are actually diminishing, you are definitely diminishing the use of this influence here. That's not bad. I probably shouldn't have hunted them this one. Either way, I'm coming up this way. I'm doing that first. And doing this. I'm probably just going to do this. Because if he does that, I can just counter. So that's a huge problem for him. Like, this is pretty much dead now. I'm going to connect this. So I do have a problem here, but he has a bigger problem here. This is essentially just a case of like giving up too much to try to get the center territory. Like you would legitimately have to get like the entire center territory for this to actually matter, and there's no way you're going to get the entire center territory. And even if you do, you still don't have enough points to win because you just gave up so many points on the side there. You've given up so many points on the side there that like getting the center territory isn't really going to be enough. And plus, like it's not like and you can't get it all is the problem. You really can't get it all. That's probably a mistake by me, but yeah, because you're giving me like this side territory as well. So the thing is, white just has a lot more territory at this point. Just gonna connect that. White just has a ton more territory at this point than black. That's very big, but I'm probably ahead by 60, 70 points at this point. That didn't really need to be done. But the thing is, like, if you really, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this for certain. But the thing is, like, I don't think he could have lived here, but I'm gonna make sure he can't. Um, the thing is, white's far ahead right now. Even if I didn't kill that, I would be way far ahead because my bottom territory. No, because if I Atari here, you just connect this. I couldn't have killed that. If I Atari here, like you connect and it's a counter Atari, so he didn't need you didn't need to do that. Um, he does owe a move in here though eventually. I think like a lot of this is like a lot of the center territory mistakes stems from weaker players not understanding like not really carefully counting how much the center territory is actually worth. Because if you actually counted how much the center territory is actually worth, you would come to the conclusion that it's really not worth it to actually like give up this bottom and all these points just for the center territory. That's not going to work. I don't think there's anything left.
Pass. Remove the dead stones.
I'm up by like I'm generally up by around 80 points, because
You have won.
like this territory is just bigger than this one altogether. So once again, like not gauging the center territory right, and you're becoming too obsessive trying to play with it. So this is fine. This move is generally better than this move. With this move, like it's about this invasion here, because with this move, like if you try to move forward, you can just block like that. But with this move, you also leave the possibility of this, and also like if you try to block now, I can just Hane on bottom. So technically, the one space jump is always going to be better. Generally, the one space jump is going to be better than the two space jump. Here, that's fine. I'm going to pincer. Just do that, and then just do this. This is pretty big. This secures a lot of territory here. This, I mean, like, this does as well, but it does leave the invasion in the corner. So yeah, this is definitely the move to go. And white generally does something like this. So obviously my group in the corner, it's alive, you can't kill it, but it's alive, you can't actually kill it, but it's alive in a much smaller capacity. If your outside was stronger, you could do this, because right now it doesn't work because of this. Right now it doesn't work because of this, obviously, but if your outside was stronger, if I pressed, you could just retreat. Right now, obviously it doesn't work because I can just come out. But if you had a bunch of stones here, this is how you would actually kill this group. And I've done it several times on stream. So this is going to be the correct move. Black does get Sente here, and black can do whatever. So that's how you do this. Going here, letting me do this, obviously, this is also a really bad move. You just basically want to secure the top. Forcing me up and then doing this, like I have the option just to not respond, because if you try to kill me in here, I can just come out. So I'm not going to respond to that. I'm going to jump up here. I don't know if that's good or not for me, but you can't really, the thing is, like, when I do this, you kind of have to do this, and just let me take it. Remember, like, if you do this, you or maybe even this, because there might be like a block there. But either way is like, that's fine actually. Because I mean, like, if I do something like this, you do have this invasion here later. Because I mean, like, if I do this does make this group a little bit weak. So you do have invasions on the other side. But because you did the 2 jump instead of the 1 jump, like, because you do the 2 jump instead of the 1 jump, that actually does exist. Not the greatest invasion, but not horrible. I was thinking about this because and of course, like at this point, I would definitely do this, and that's how this would actually come out. So the thing is, like, I don't exactly, I didn't exactly know how this would work. I feel like you have to do this. And then if I do this, you have to do this. This is a little bit complicated. You could actually do that, and that's Sente for white, but I get the corner. Like, I don't know if I don't know how this, like, I'm not exactly sure how this works out. That obviously is going to be a big loss, but here, if you do this and I just do this, I'm pretty sure that black actually wins this because, yeah, I can't really live down here. And black has more liberties. So that would have actually not worked for me all that well. So I definitely should have jumped in here. Because if you actually do this, this is actually good for me to play this variation out. Because like if I did this in a real game, I would actually be losing. But doing this obviously lets me get the corner, and that's bad. So in this kind of situation, you have to Hane. If he Hanes, you double Hane. That's how that works. That's how that plays out. I didn't know how the double Hane actually worked out. I didn't really read that much into it. But if the double Hane was played, I would probably be forced to I would probably be forced to just take the exchange, which I really don't want. And that's probably how that would turn out. I might go ahead and do this. It really depends. Right now, I probably wouldn't actually. I would probably just like go up here somewhere, but regardless, that's how that would actually turn out. But this was a big mistake. Like this folding was a really big mistake. Lets me crawl in here. Obviously, that doesn't really do anything. This generally is a bad move. This trade with this, it's going to be Sente for white. Plus, you strengthen white too much. And of course, like this playing out. So why this is bad? You basically, the thing is, like, you're forcing me towards this side. You already have a lot of influence here, because if I do this, you can just go over top, and you give up like 1 or 2 points, and you have a lot of influence here. So I mean, you're wanting to get your goal for these stones is get the territory here, but the problem is like you playing this, you're essentially just forcing me over here, and you're reducing your own territory here. This is a mistake by me. I should have just kept going forward. Because like, and also it threatens these 3 stones that you have. So you don't want to force me this way, because your expansion for territory potential is actually very, very limited this way, because my stone is here. Right? So you want to, like, you're kind of like, it's a kind of a directional mistake. Like after you do this, it's fine, but you kind of, you kind of want to like play a move like this to decrease my potential and increase your own potential here or something like that. Or possibly you just want to get like the advantage down here. Like get a little bit of an advantage down here, force me to do something like this. And then like, you already got more points down here. And then I don't know how you would actually get the center territory. It's kind of difficult. So I might just jump up here to like broadcast this, because like if white tries to come out here, you can always just sack this 1 stone. So that's actually how I would play it. Because if you do this, you're just forcing me into your territory, and I will gladly take that. You pretty much have to connect this at this point. these stones down here are just way too thing, like way too much. You can't kill me here. And the thing is, like, you've already given me this bottom territory. You've basically already given me this bottom territory. And once you do that, it doesn't really matter how much territory you actually gain on the inside because you're not going to have enough. So, like, that was a big mistake on your part as well. So that's the game. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications. Hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys next time.